There's another universe. Please make some noise.
Hey, my little raggities, what is up? How are we doing? How are we feeling? If you are new here, I am Raina Swan, aka your new book bestie, and today we are doing a little book thrifting. Y'all know what it is over here. We love a good Goodwill haul. So I dropped them raggedy kids off this morning and I came straight here because one thing about me, once I get home, I'm not gonna want to leave. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna go straight there after we drop baby's kids off, and then we're gonna do what we need to do. Because, girl, if you go home, you're not going to want to leave. So I said, you know, we just gonna sit in the parking lot for a little bit. I got 10 minutes before they open. And I was like, you know, let's just talk to the gang real quick, catch them up to speed. And so, y'all, it is with great sadness that I have to say I ended up DNFing Girl in Pieces. I know. I really tried to stick it out. I really tried. But the more I kept going on and on, the more I started to realize this shit is lackluster, and there's moving pieces in the story, but I just don't give a damn about them. You have this young lady who's fighting an addiction and also fighting off people who could potentially be manipulators or people who, you know, want to take advantage of her. And while the story could be uplifting for those who struggle with self-harm, it just wasn't a story for me. And I was like, you know, let's not try to keep forcing a thing. Let's just go ahead and do what you know you want to do. Because at one point, I had put the audiobook on and wasn't even listening. I said, now this is really ridiculous. Like, let's just go ahead and I just hit return while the mid-sentence, just return it. I don't feel bad about it. I'd rather just go ahead and tune into other things. And so that's what I'm doing. This morning, I started a horror novel, and it's very different for me. I know in the last video I said I like a creature feature, I like shape shifting techniques in horror, but I don't know if this is that. So right now I'm currently listening to When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. And so basically you have a young lady who discovers a little boy outside of her apartment complex hiding in the bushes. She's like, hey, little buddy, how's it going? Mind you, she's dealing with her own, like, emergency, but she's like, the kids, them babies, they gotta come first. She will be a great mom, clock it. So she, you know, takes this boy in, and his dad is kind of the reason why he's there. So they decide that, look, we need to be on the run. We need to get out. We need to go. We can't stay here. Your daddy is crazy. And I didn't sleep with him. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know him. I didn't give him no coochie, I promise. I don't know why he's after me. So they're on the run, and the little boy realizes that he has a gift. He can make things become real. So that's where we at with it. So we have this crazy daddy who is out to get them, and this special kid who has a gift of making things between pages become reality. So it's okay so far. We are experiencing a lot of gore and shocking moments, but I'm just like, I need to see where this goes. I need to see if there's a little bit more intrigue within the plot for me to, keep going. I do want to see how it ends though, because I'm like, how are y'all gonna get out of this? People are dying left and right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to figure out what's going on. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna try to get through this before tomorrow. I really want to be done with this book, my Discord book, All This Left Unsaid. I want to be done with that too by this weekend. It is really good. You have these sisters that are very close, that have a great bond, but is destroyed behind some raggedy man named Finn. And granted, one of the sisters is at fault a little bit more than the other, because she withheld some information. And I'm really just like, girl, why you just wasn't honest with your sister? I feel like all of this could have been avoided had you just been honest. So now we get to see where this is going, what's going to happen with the sisters. Are they going to reconcile, or is it going to be too late? So I'm enjoying it. I don't know about nobody else, but one thing about me, I gotta finish the book. I can't just sit on it for too long, because then I start forgetting stuff, and then I start feeling like this is not good because it's taking me too long to finish it. So I gotta do what I gotta do. So yeah. And then last on the list, before I take you guys inside and we ball out of control, JK, I am reading this arc, Where the Wild Flowers Grow. And you guys, everything bad I said about this lady, I take it back. Every single thing I said about this lady, I take it back. No, I don't feel like I said anything bad. I just felt like I said her writing style was a bit descriptive, and that sometimes works for me, sometimes it doesn't. But in this case, it's working. It's still descriptive as hell, but it's very cinematic. And what is happening in the story is keeping me engaged, because it's like generational trauma, family drama. Your mama is doing what while your daddy away? Oh, what happened to your sister that you love so much? You said you watched them all die. How? You did what with a shovel? Girl, your granddaddy was what? He got what? For some land? What? Like, it is very juicy. Now, I am 10% in, and I do read faster on ebook. So I did go over to NetGalley and request an arc through NetGalley. Hopefully I get it, because once I get my hands on my Kindle and this is locked and loaded, I can be able to get through it. So this is where I'm at. I ain't got too far, but it's already really, really good. So if you don't know what this is about Leah. She watched her family die, and then fast forward, she is on a prison bus on her way to get locked up, and the bus crashes, and she does what she always does. She survives, and she takes on a whole new life for herself, and she goes where the wildflowers grow, and life is good until it ain't. And what always happens in a book that has secrets? Them secrets come to life. Exactly. So it is very descriptive, but the detailing is so vivid. It's very immersive to the point where you feel like you can see what's going on. I really feel like this is going to be a book that I'm going to be like, damn, that was good. I need a movie. I need a series. It's really one of those type of books. And I'm saying that from somebody who is only 10% in. So anywho, everybody's pulling up. Let's go inside and do a little book shopping. Okay, y'all, so I got 3 books, and let me just say that if you know anything about Little Raina, you would know that she loves The Simpsons and she loves I Love Lucy. Oh my goodness, when I saw those DVDs, I wanted to grab them so bad, so bad. But I was like, realistically, our DVD player is like in storage somewhere. I don't even know if it still works. I don't know. I didn't want to get it, and then, you know, I'm just stuck with some DVDs that I can't play. So it was so hard for me to leave those behind, but it is what it is. What did y'all think about the books that I showed y'all in there? They had a little cute selection, but not too much. Like last time we was here, their selection was popping. Like they had so many books, but you know, it was cute today, just real cute. So I got 3 books by 3 Black authors, and let's get into it, y'all. So I found a Toni Morrison book, Sula. I've y'all about to shut up. Don't say nothing about what I'm about to tell y'all. I've never read a Toni Morrison book. There, I said it. Okay, just be quiet. Nobody asked you to judge me. Okay, I am behind on the classics. So listen, for those of you who don't think you're better than me and who hasn't read this book, it's about two girls who grow up to become women, two friends who become something worse than enemies. In this brightly imagined novel, Nobel Prize laureate Toni Morrison tells the story of Neil Wright and Sola Peace, who meet as children in the small town of Medallion, Ohio. Their devotion is fierce enough to withstand bullies and the burden of a dreadful secret. It endures even after Neil has grown up to be a pillar of the Black community, and Sula has become a pyro. But their friendship ends in an unforgivable betrayal. Or does it end? So, I love a good friendship story, you know what I'm saying? When I saw this, I was like, this is perfect, because next year we get into it. We reading all the greats. Well, not all of them. It's a lot of y'all, but we get into it. So next on the list, I did find The Trees by Percival Everett. I think that's how you say that man's name. I read James by him, and I can't say that it was memorable for me because I'm not a Huckleberry fan. I don't know. It was just okay for me, but that doesn't mean I didn't want to give him a second go round. So let's get into the synopsis. Thank God it's short. When a pair of detectives from the Mississippi Bureau, ooh, that word, arrive in hold on. When a pair of detectives from the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation arrive in Money, Mississippi to investigate a series of brutal murders, they find at each crime scene an unexpected second dead body, that of a man who resembles Emmett Till. After meeting resistance from the local sheriff, his deputy, the coroner, and a string of racist white townfolk, the MBI detectives suspect these are killings of retribution. Then they discover eerily similar murders taking place in rapid succession all over the country. The past, it seems, refuses to be buried. The uprising has begun in this provocative page-turner that takes direct aim at racism and police violence. Percival Everett offers a devastating critique of white supremacy and confronts the painful legacy of lynching in the United States. This about to piss me off. I could just... A blistering tale of revenge in the Deep South. We like a little revenge. So, that's book 2. And then last on the list is The Heaven and Earth grocery store. This has a lot of mixed reviews. However, a few months back, I was in Barnes & Noble and I really wanted to buy this. But I was like, girl, we is not about to spend $30 on one book. So when I saw it today, I said, thank you, Jesus. You was thinking about me. You knew I was coming today and you made sure that this was there. And it was only $2. So this is a win. So let's get into the synopsis. It says, in 1972, when workers in Pottstown, Pennsylvania were digging the foundations for a new housing development, the last thing they expected to uncover was a human skeleton. Who the skeleton was and how it got buried there were just two of the long-held secrets that have been kept for decades by the residents of Chicken Hill, the dilapidated neighborhood where immigrant Jews and African Americans lived side by side, sharing ambitions and sorrows. Chicken Hill was where Mosh and Chona Ludlow lived when Chona ran the Heaven and Earth grocery store. which served the neighborhood's quirky collection of blacks and European immigrants, helped by her husband, Mosh, a Romanian-born theater owner who integrated the town's first dance hall. When the state came looking for a deaf black child, claiming that the boy needed to be institutionalized, Chicken Hill's residents, roused by Chona's kindness and the courage of a local black worker named Nate Timlin, banded together to keep the boy safe. As the novel unfolds, it becomes clear how much the people of Chicken Hill have to struggle to survive at the margins of white Christian America, and how damaging bigotry, hypocrisy, and deceit can be to a community. When the truth is revealed about the skeleton, the boy, and the part of town's establishment played in both, McBride shows that it is love and community, heaven and earth, that ultimately sustain us. Bringing his masterful storytelling skills and his deep faith in humanity to the Heaven and Earth grocery store, James McBride has written a novel as compassionate as Deacon King Kong and as inventive as The Good Lord Bird. So this seems like it's gonna have a lot of twists and heartfelt moments. Oh, this font is huge. Now, what intrigues me about this storyline is that you see two mistreated communities banding together as one. And I've always had an interest in finding out like what happened in the past to where these other races just feel like they are so much better than black people. Because when it all started, we was together. We was, how y'all just come to terms that y'all are better than black people when they treated y'all like shit too? Yeah, we got a little bit more worse, but like, how y'all just erase the fact that they don't like y'all asses either? I don't know, but this seemed like it's going to be interesting. Now, one of my book besties did say she did not like this book. That don't got nothing to do with me. We are going to read this. When? I don't know. I'm just happy I have it. So, yeah. Anywho, have you read any of these 3 books? And if you did, what were your thoughts? What were your ratings? Tell me in the comments. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. And if you are not subscribed to this channel and you like content like this, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Make sure you thumbs up this video and leave me a swan or a heart in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.